guys, come back to my channel. Come back to Aries Marie with 2 E's. If you're new to the channel, make sure I like, comment, and it was gonna be a story time about in high school in like 10th grade. I mean 11th grade, so like a year ago. I'm gonna tell y'all a story time about how I ate an edible. And before we end this video, all I want to say is that it's the past. I'm just doing the story time, you know. I'm on a whole nother level. I'm on a whole new thing. I don't do that. I don't do that type of stuff. I just want to tell y'all what I was experiencing, how it went, you know, and how to do it. And I'm telling you how it feels. Now, before I get to this, another thing before I get to the video is, people that do that, please don't do it. If y'all do it, it's just, you know, I'm just telling y'all ahead of time, do not do it because it's dangerous if you eat edible. Do not eat edible. I'm just telling y'all, this was last year, and I'm in a whole new year. I'm doing that. I'm just telling y'all story time, you know, to give y'all a video, because you know, I can give y'all a video in a minute now, so I'm just letting you know ahead of time. And don't mind my nails right here. I gotta get a filler in anyway, so yes. And then I'm gonna put my other individual lashes on myself, so yes, don't mind me. But yes, this is gonna be a story time how I ate an edible. So there's on my title. But make sure like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your family. Anybody you know, share this video. And yes, I'm finna do it though now. How should I do it? There. But so it was, I think I was in 10th grade, and I was in the wrong, friend group. And as I always tell y'all, don't be in friend groups that's on you to that type of stuff and that do that type of stuff. God removed me out that situation. That's what the person I am now. I'm a Christian. I don't do that. I don't curse. I don't do none of that. I just mind my business and do what I have to do for the best. You know, I don't rush anything. You know, I'm a kind person. I'm a sweet person, genuine person. You know, I'm a sweet person. You know, so I don't do that type of stuff. You know, and yes, I'm very, very humble and very grateful. And I think I'm trying to let y'all know that. But yes, so I was in a friend group, and it was one day we was in the lunchroom, and I guess one of my fellow classmates, I was sitting around, like I was sitting at the table at the lunch table with them, and one of them had bought one, and I told the guy that I will send you the money tomorrow. Like tomorrow, I will send you $5 tomorrow, you know. And right then and there, I know I made a bad decision by doing that, because first of all, you don't do that. First of all, you don't eat that while in school, neither out of school. And first of all, you are a kid. Second of all, you are a kid, and you're not supposed to be doing that. So going on through our day. After that, the next day we was in 6th hour, and that's when I sent him the money over on Cash App, and he gave it to me on Cash App. I gave it to him the $5 in Cash App, and then I didn't know I was supposed to eat half of it, or first of all, I wasn't supposed to do that anyway, and I always take responsibility for that, you know. Always own up to your mistakes, and that's what I did. You know, it's the past, over that, it's a whole new year. I'm just giving you a story time, you know. So it was just that, it was a day, and then in 6th hour, I sent him the money to sit down. He came in, I told him I want to buy it, you know. I sent him the money through Cash App. I sent him $5. He gave it to me. My friend, it was a boy, you know how our seats is. It was like this row and this row and this row. We was on the last row by the wall. And me and my friend, I'm like, I ate it. I mean, like, I don't think, before I ate it, I asked him like how it was when he did it, you know. And he said it was, don't do it, stuff like that. It was just like basically telling me how it feel, you know, and had him like going you know, had him on a whole new level, you know, like he was going to. And that stuff probably lasts him like for another day, but mine's kind of wear off, but I'm gonna get to that. So I took the whole thing. I didn't know I didn't supposed to take the whole thing. Also after I did that, I started feeling it kick in, and I just started feeling like kind of like everything wasn't blurry, but it was like my eyes was low. I think my eyes was red, and it started kicking in even more, and I started having like a panic attack, because I never did that before, and that was my first time doing that. So yeah, so when I felt kind of weird, you know, so I started eating my hot fries, you know, I brought to school, you know. And God, I did not know I was really gonna do it that day. I just got some hot fries. I don't know how. I just got some hot fries. I brought it to school. So I got the munchies and stuff, and I started eating the hot fries, and I started like, it started getting to me, you know. Then after and our teacher didn't know, you know, but after 6th hour, well, no, because our teacher, we had like a sub. Was nobody really teaching that class. We had subs coming in and out, so really didn't know what sub it was. It was just the same sub keep coming in, so she didn't know. But I'm gonna keep going, but she gonna find out in a little while. So as I'm leaving out of 6th hour, after 6th hour ends, I'm going to the bathroom, and I'm throwing water on my face, because I'm like I'm here, but I'm not here. No, I'm a clown now. I am gone, you know. But and then so I go to my 7th hour, and you know, and then the other boy, you know, had like pushed me, and I'm like, he was playing, I was playing, so I'm like, blah blah blah, stop playing, and I sit down. Then I went up to my teacher's desk. I'm like, can I go to the office, you know? So I went to the behavioral office, and like I told them like I couldn't breathe and stuff like that, and the nurse from the nurse office that came down, you know, and she had told me, she was like, you know, who gave you it? I didn't want to say, you know, I just like, I don't really know. I was like, I didn't really know, you know. She's like, you know, Gabe. Like, I don't really know, you know. And they sat back and they thought, because that person that was stealing that type of stuff already got kicked out for it, and he came back and he was doing it again, selling that stuff again. There were no names. He was selling that stuff again, and then so they already know who it was, and they called him down. But he didn't come all the way down because they didn't want us to be in the same room. Okay, I'm sorry. My granddad came up here, and where was that? Okay, so he came in. You know, no, he didn't come in. And then after they did that, I'm like, the security guy was like, you don't take nothing from anybody. That, you know, you don't. He was basically telling me, you should not even took that from him. This and third, you know. They went to him, go talk to him, and they came back and said that the guy had told the security guard, was like, she bought it, she already know what it was, stuff like that. And then they had the nurse that called my mom, my dad, and stuff like that. And I was like going crazy, you know. I didn't know. I know I was crying. Then I was, you know, it was like the feeling was, I was on a different, like I was on a feeling that you don't want to feel, like you in reality, but you're not really in reality. You're not really in reality. Like you there, but you're not all the way there. You know, it was like a weird feeling. You know, so when I'm telling you, do not do that. It's really unhealthy for you, and it's really bad for you at that age if you're doing it at an early age. And grown, y'all don't be doing that either. Even though y'all grown, you don't need to be doing that. I'm just telling y'all. But what's me? I'm just sitting in the nurse office with the nurses and stuff, and they telling me to calm down and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm gonna get in trouble. It's like, this was not 15. It was like, I'm gonna get in trouble. I was like, oh, I can talk. I was like, I'm getting in trouble, this and third. I was crying and stuff like that. But like, I didn't know I was crying, but I was crying, you know. So, and then y'all get like, y'all know y'all was crying, but y'all don't know y'all crying when y'all in that type of mode, you know. So she was like, so if you do get it, it's, you know, she was just trying to keep me calm, and, you know, and that and stuff like that. And then I gotta go. I was talking to some. I think I was talking to my mom first, and she said she gonna do this when she come, all that type of stuff. And then I called my dad, and they explained stuff to my dad. And my dad was kind of, you know, calm about it. Like he was like trying to really understand me, you know, what really happened. I was explaining to him what really happened and stuff like that. And then after that, she had, I think I drank some water or something like that. And then she sat me on the other side of her desk. And I fell asleep, and some stuff was wearing off, but it wasn't really wearing off, you know. It was some wearing off because I kept dozing off when I was crying, when I was, you know, talking. I was keep dozing off and stuff like that. But then my mom had came. She was like, "Some get up," and stuff like that, and walked me out the school door. I know I waved to one of my friends that was in my sixth class that was sitting behind me against the wall. I waved at him because I was from leave and stuff like that. And I got in the car, and then I fell asleep and stuff. And then I forgot when we went home. I forgot all my stuff in the car, you know. And then I got in the house, and I laid on the couch for a minute, and then Mom, I think my granny and my cousin came, and they were surrounding me and stuff like that. They was laughing, even though they were just trying to calm, you know, relax, you know, just in a good positive mood and stuff like that. And I think one of my cousins was recording me and stuff like that. And then all that stuff going on, and then Mom was like, she made a mistake, you know. She's gotta learn from her mistake. My mom was that's why I have the best parents, because they really sit down, they really understand me, you know. And I made a mistake because I never did that before. So like, I never did that before. So they like, she made a mistake. She gotta learn from her mistake. And since then, learn from my mistake. I don't do that anymore and stuff like that. So this is not the end. It's not the end. It goes more. So I'm in class. So I think it was the next day or the week after. I'm gonna say the next day. Excuse me. And then when I get to my first hour, which is geometry, it was just his friend, because he was kicked out at the moment. So his friend, because he got my first hour too, but he wasn't there because he was kicked out. So one of his friends that be in the class, because we all got the same first hour, he was like, who snitched on my friend, and I don't know, he was talking to me or he was talking to the girl on the side, because I said something to the girl on the side of me, but I ain't say nothing. And then he was like, he was like one of them shit. He was like, and I know I think he was pointing at me or the other girl on the side of me. And then I think he stopped talking about it. And then I guess, cause I had called my dad, and I called my dad up here, up to the school, because only reason I called him up to school, I didn't like when his boys is still trying to check me and stuff like that. I didn't like that, you know. I didn't feel safe, and he kept like, you know, kept saying that I don't really know which one, like he was pointing at me or the girl, but I'm gonna say he was probably pointing at the girl, but he probably knew it was me, but he probably didn't know it was me, because I'm really not known, like I'm really laid back. I don't really talk to anybody at that school, on a couple people, which is, you know, a couple is probably two, you know, but like I'm cordial with a couple people, you know. But yes, and then I called my dad up here, and then he came up here. He wanted to get through the door, but the security got the door, wasn't letting me in and stuff like that. You know, I think he was going back and forth with the security guard, like, let me in. My dad, you know, so the security guard like calm down and let him in and stuff like that. And then went into the office. I came and then he'd sit down, and then me and my dad sit down in the front, like in the office and stuff like that, and the other principal, assistant principal had came. He was like, so why did you like talking to my dad, stuff like that. My dad told him like what's going on, and then how my dad was feeling, like this is his only daughter, he don't play about his daughter and stuff like that. So cause I'm like, on my dad's side, I'm the only girl on my dad's side, so yes. So like I don't play about my daughter, that's my only daughter, and like assistant principal was like, yeah, I understand, stuff like that. And then cause me, as my assistant principal, I'm very cool with my assistant principal. He don't go to our school no more though. Like this year was his last year going to that school. So I guess he was like, so why did you, because I used to have his 5th hour, within like I think the 8th grade, 7th, I don't know. He used to teach history, but he switched over to an assistant principal. So he had told me like, what you take? I'm like, I don't know, and he probably said, I don't know what he said afterwards. I don't know what he said afterwards. I don't know. And then okay, so we're done with that. So me and my dad had got in the car, had drove off, we went stopped by something. I had called my mom. My dad had told my mom what happened, stuff like that. My dad had told me like, don't do that, that's not good, we don't supposed to do that at your age, blah blah blah. And then the next day I went to the lunchroom, cause that year I was like always going to lunchroom, cause I usually go in the classroom and eat. But so I started going to lunchroom. So we got like, it's a store where you can buy stuff at, candy, like Slim Jims, Arizona's, all that stuff, and pops and popcorn and stuff like that. So we in a line. As I'm like in a line, it's another guy behind me, and a girl had came in like between us, so standing in line, and I guess the guy had said something about, you snitched on my friend, this, that, and third. Me and him was going back and forth. I'm not going to be able to going back and forth. He's like, so you snitched on my friend. I'm like, I didn't snitch on nobody, And I was like, why are you trying to check something? I didn't snitch on nobody. He was like, he was gonna put his hands on me, something like that. I'm like, do it. He didn't do it. And then I went in to get my stuff, my snacks, and then I called my dad. I'm like, I'm like, I think I called my mom. I called my mom and my dad, and I'm like, then I went to the behavior office, because like it was a boy and he got to put his hands on me, and I'm not gonna say nothing. So he put his hands on me, then he just gonna be a whole. I'm just gonna tell her right now before I call my dad, and this is the third. So I did the opposite, y'all. So I called my dad. I called my dad. I'm like, Dad, this boy checked me. And, he said he was gonna I told him what happened, how it happened. He said he was gonna put his hands on me. This is third. But I told my dad 2 sides of the story. I'm not gonna tell him one side of the story. I told him what I said, and I told him like what he said. And then he was like, "So go talk to behavior specialists and stuff like that." But I think he was at work, or he was, I don't know, or he was busy. So he was like, go to the behavior specialist, So when I got off the phone with him, I got off the phone with my dad, go to the behavior specialist. I'm like, this dude, I didn't say no name, so I didn't know his name, and I didn't know his name. I was gonna, they would just have to find him. So I did the right thing. So then my dad told me to go to the behavior specialist and tell her what's going on. So I told her like, this boy was trying to, check me in a line, talking about in a store line, talking about, oh, you like, okay, I came to her and I told her how like the boy had came in, in the line trying to check me, and we was going back and forth. But I told her like what I said and what he said and stuff like that, and then I told her he said he's gonna put his hands on me and stuff like that. She said okay. She said okay, we want to check the cameras and stuff like that. I think she said that, check the cameras and stuff like that. And I don't think she said that. She just said okay. She said what his name. I think she said what his name, but I didn't know his name. And I didn't really pay attention to what he was wearing. I just saw the color of his dress, you know. And God, I'm not no snitch because it was a boy and he was not gonna put his hands on me. And then it got, before like I told on him and stuff like that, he was following me around the school because every time I came this way, he'd come this way from the opposite side, you know, and I'll be coming this way, and he be coming this way. So that's when I got caught. That's when I told like the manifestations, and then that's why it kind of got me like, why is he following me? Now he making this kind of weird, and I'm kind of like, you know, nervous because nobody for to put their hands on me, and I'm not gonna say nothing beforehand, you know. So I'm not no snitch. That's when I went to office. I told her what happened and stuff like that, and then that's when it's time for me to go to my next hour. So before I got to my next hour, I had called my mama and I told her what happened. It's the third. And I forgot what his mom said. I called me, her was talking for a minute, and it was time for me to go back to my class. So the whole period, I was thinking about that, and then, yeah, the whole period I was thinking about that. I think that was like 5th hour. Yeah, that was 5th hour. So 5th hour, I was just thinking about that, and then by 6th hour, I was just cool with class, you know. So yes, that is the story time. How my first time eating an edible and how it went, you know. I was going to tell you guys, do not eat edibles, do not smoke because it's not good for you. I'm telling you, edible is worse than doing that. And I don't even smoke, and I can just tell by the feeling I eat an edible that's worse than smoking, you know. All I'm gonna say is, I probably can't even see, but I also want to tell y'all, do not eat an edible. It's not good for y'all. It's not healthy for y'all, and it was best for y'all. So y'all, I tell y'all to stay safe. Love y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to this channel. I know I'm sick and I sound sick, but I still have to post a video for y'all. Don't let that mess up my, you know, what I got going on. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and notification bell if you're new to the channel. And I'm going.